Hey everyone, today's video is a review of the Staedtler Lumograph black pencils. You might have seen them in my best purchases of 2016 video. These pencils are meant to produce a darker tone, as in ranging from a very dark grey to black. And the 8B pencil does produce a black tone. That's my favorite pencil out of the batch. As for the rest of the pencils in the pack, they produce a dark grey tone, which I think can be achieved if you were to use pencils from other packs which range from 4B and upwards. These pencils are described as having a higher level of carbon in them to help produce the darker results. Something that should be noted, and I think it is because of the carbon in the pencils, these pencils don't have a very smooth feel to them. So when I first used them, I was taken aback by how scratchy they were. Eventually, though, I did get used to them and they became one of my favorite items to have. My favorite thing to do with these is to add very dark areas in my tonal artwork to create a range of values that just add a whole new dimension to the drawings. Here you can see that I did a landscape drawing, which I haven't finished yet, and I have to say that these pencils produce such texture that they work beautifully when doing landscapes, especially when you're doing the foliage and bushes, trees, that kind of thing. The texture it adds is absolutely beautiful. The other kinds of drawings that these pencils do brilliantly in is expressive artwork. So here you can see that I created a drawing for one of my horror narration videos, and as it was a horror artwork, I wanted it to have a lot of texture, not to be smooth, to have a lot of grittiness to it, to add to that horror feel, and I think that these pencils achieved it perfectly. Naturally though, because these pencils are great at textured drawings, they don't work so well if you want a smooth effect. So for instance, when I want to do realistic artwork, I prefer to have a very smooth layering of the graphite, and these pencils just don't achieve that at all. Even if you try to blend out the graphite using a smudge stick or your fingers if that's what you like to do. With normal graphite pencils, if you scribble down some graphite on paper, you can then smudge that and pretty much get rid of traces of where you scribbled down. With these Lumograph black pencils, on the other hand, where you scribbled down initially, that will not disappear. So yes, you will get some graphite smudging out, but the initial strokes that you put down will remain there. And that naturally means that it's not possible to create a smooth effect by using the smudging technique. Even though there are things that these pencils can't do very well, I wouldn't not buy the items because of that, and that's purely because, in my view, there's no such thing as a perfect product. All products have their positives, all products have their negatives. And although I probably will not be able to do realistic artwork with these pencils, I'm still able to use them in my expressive work and my landscapes, and for that reason I will definitely buy these again. Another thing to note is that you can buy each of the pencils individually, I think in packs of 12. I was using the 8B pencil up quite quickly and I managed to find a replacement of that on Amazon. That's a huge positive, I think, in that you don't need to keep buying the packs of pencils, which will naturally include the ones that you don't use as much. To conclude this review then, I would highly recommend this product if you haven't bought it already. If you have bought it, please comment below on what you think on this product. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.